Okay, we're ready for our third. So, um, final exam review. Bring this down. Come up over here to the top and write F20, Math 105. This is supposed to say final exam review C. Okay, we are up to problem number 12. Here's what it looks like. F of x is equal to 2 times x minus 13 squared times x minus 6, I think is what I got here, cubed, x plus 8 cubed. Okay, now the what this is going to ask about is that question about the zeros. It's going to ask you for the zeros of the zeros. Which ones are the zeros of multiplicity 1? If there are any, you can answer none. It could be turned out to be none. Zeros of multiplicity 2. There happens to be one of the zeros as multiplicity 2. Right there's the multiplicity 2. You set x minus 13 to equal to 0, and it turned out to be the 0 will be equal to 13. I'm just giving you a little reminder. And then they want the zeros of multiplicity 3, and there's 2 of them right here. You set them to 0, and you'll get those multiplicities. Where can you find this? You can find this on Exam 3, Review D, problem number 9. This came from Exam 3. We've had it recently. Next, 13. How about, this is one of the ones they give often. 12a to, you've seen this before a couple of times, b negative 7, c to negative 2 over 3. So you do the 12 divided by 3, you do the 8s. Don't forget, if it's below that, you do a minus minus. If this is a minus 3, so it would be a minus minus. Just giving you some hints as we go. But we're not doing it because you can go see this. Same type of problem, Exam 1, Review A, problem 2. Okay, number 14. Let's bring up the paper. Make sure we have no controversy here. Let's get the whole thing. Problem number 14 is 4x minus 3y equals 6. All right, what does it want? It wants the slope, and it wants the y-intercept. Isolate y on the left-hand side, and the coefficient of x will be your slope. The other one will be your y-intercept, the main coordinate. And then after you get those, we talked about this. You can graph it a different way if you want. We talked about that too. But this is asking you to use them to graph the line. To graph line. And where can you find this? Exam 2. Review E. Review E. And it is problem number 15. Let's go to R15. Okay. 3 over 7 minus 3 squared root of 2. The instructions are rationalize the denominator. We just had this. Rationalize denominator. That means multiply the top and the bottom by the conjugate of the bottom. 7 plus 3 squared root of 2 is its conjugate. Just giving you a little hint. Do both of them. Where can you find this problem to look at? Something almost exactly like this. Exam 3, Review G. We just had it on the last exam. Problem number 20. Okay, now 16, I need a new piece of paper. Reason being is I actually want to do 16 together with you. So 16 is something I want to do together with you. Close this. Say no. Come back carefully down over here. Get a clean piece of paper. Here we go. I would like to do 16 with you. Okay. Number 16. We had a problem. This is the problem number 1 on exam 3 that I kept telling you that is just too long, etc. And I gave everybody 5 points to now account for it, etc. But this one is the same type of problem, but not exactly. It's much easier. Much easier. F of x is equal to 5 minus x cubed. And what do they want? They want the inverse. However, this is a much easier problem. Not harder, easier problem. Okay, the couple of steps always stay the same. Change this to y is the first step. Change the positions of y and x is the second step. And the third step is to solve for y. Okay? All right, if we're supposed to solve for y, let's get rid of that 5 that's tagging along with the y, minus 5 on both sides. Put x first, and then the negative 5. X minus 5 is equal to negative y cubed. All right, this is minus, so it goes. All right, you can't have a minus. We don't want a minus y cubed. We want a positive. So how do you do that? Multiply by negative 1. Multiply this by negative 1. This by negative 1. What will happen? Everything will flip. This will turn into negative x plus 5. Just flip the signs. And this turns into y cubed. All right, now I don't want y cubed, I want y. So take the cube root of y to the third, and you'll get y. But if you take the cube root of y to the third of the right-hand side, you've got to take the cube root of the left-hand side. So that's what it turns into, the cube root of negative x plus 5. And we basically have the answer. F minus 1 of x is equal to the cube root of minus x plus 5. That's all we can do. Here is the answer. This is the key right here. Okay, so it's a much easier problem than the one that we had on exam 3. Let's continue. Let me use this space right over here. Problem number 17. Okay, 17 says A equals, there's a much easier problem than the one we just, even this one that we just had. 1/4 small b plus small c minus small d. What's the question? Solve for b. Okay, so again, I only want to give you a hint, which is multiply this by 4 and then multiply this by 4. That 1/4 will be gone. This will turn to 4a, and then get rid of everything else except for b, and you've got the answer. But again, as usual, I'm going to tell you where you can go find a problem like this. Go to exam 1, review B, problem 5. Let's pick up the paper. We should have plenty of paper here. Okay. Now, problem, actually, we don't have probably plenty of paper because I got to show you something that's not complicated, but it eats up paper. So here I go. Close this, close this, if at all possible. Okay, let's see if I can't, yeah, there we go. Close this. Come down and get another piece of paper, carefully. And now let me show you problem number 18, the way they have it on Alex, or I'm going to try. So what they want us to do is use synthetic division. Synthetic division. And then forget the quotient. To get the quotient, which is a fancy name, fancy way of saying the answer, basically, but also and the remainder, if there is one. Okay, what do they want us to do? What's the division? 2x to the fourth minus 10x cubed plus x squared is all in order. Sometimes you have to rearrange it if they play a trick, but there's no tricks here. It's all in order, and there's not even anything missing. It goes from 4 to 3 to 2 to 1, so there's none missing. Plus 3. And it's divided by x minus 5. X minus 5. Okay, so Alex is going to actually set it up for you. It's going to set it up for you like this. That's what I'm expecting Alex to do for you. The 2, the negative 10, the coefficient of this is 1, then the negative 5, but Alex will have it ready for you, I believe. Negative 5 and the 3. And then they'll have a little line. They might not do it exactly the way you saw with us. They'll have a little line, they'll have a little thing like this, and it will be divided by the opposite of negative 5, which is 5. Be careful, opposite of whatever that says there. That said plus 5 will be a negative 5 here. It says minus 5, so it's a 5. Then they'll have 3 little boxes here. 4 little boxes, 4 boxes. And then they will have 5 boxes down here for you to show them how you're doing the synthetic division. And you got to fill in the boxes. And then in the answer, hold on. So you drop down the 2. 5 times 2 is 10. Negative 10 and positive 10 is 0. 5 times 0 is 0. 1 and 0 is 1. 5 times 1 is 5. Negative 5 and 5 is 0. 5 times 0 is 0. 3 and 0 is 3. What's the answer? This started out with an x to the fourth, right? So the answer is x to the cubed. Is 2x to the cubed. 2x cubed. You do one less than the original. 2x cubed. The next thing will be, that'll be 0x squared. So even skip it. 0x squared. Then this is going to be 1x plus 1x. That's x squared. This is, then there's no number, there's no constant, but there is a remainder, plus 3 over x minus 5. So Alex wants to see this and this as their final answer. Why is there no x squared here? Because I got a 0 there. Why is there no constant? Because I got a 0 there. So, but there's a remainder. That's not leaving us. That's what they want to see. So they'll have a box left. They'll have a box for you to put this stuff in, and they'll also have a box to put the remainder in. This will be set. This will be there ready for you, I believe. Okay, that's how Alex does this type of problem. That's what I needed to show you. Now we go to 19, and I might have enough room, even on this piece of paper. No, not really. So let me try to get another piece of paper in. Okay, we say no. We come down carefully so I don't mess something up. All right, I ran out of time. I might as well do 19 on the next one.